रुक जाओ दिल दीवाने, पूछूं तो मैं जरा, लड़की है या है जादू, खुशबू है या नशा। रुक जाओ दिल दीवाने, पूछूं तो मैं जरा, अरे लड़की है या है जादू, खुशबू है या नशा। पास वो आए तो छू के मैं देखूं जरा, रुक जा ओ दिल दीवाने, पूछूं तो मैं जरा।
What's so funny?
Tell me the branches of brachial plexus.
First wicket down.
Yeah. Hi.
अल्लाह बाबा अल्लाह।
बड़े बड़े मेडिकल कॉलेज में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं।
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे,
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। हाँ ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे,
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे।
अरे रह जाएंगे घर वाले देखते रह जाएंगे,
रह जाएंगे घर वाले देखते रह जाएंगे।
अरे ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे।
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. Before we proceed for the official segment of this program, today we are here to celebrate our 16th annual mega function, DOCFEST 2020. We welcome all dignitaries, our guests, officials, sponsors, and idea families to DOCFEST 2020, titled Our Chiefs of a Medico, The Path Trodden. We cordially welcome you all. We shall begin with the national anthem. May I request all of you to please stand. Allah is merciful, His blessings are endless to the mankind. Let us seek Almighty blessings before the start of our official function. May I request Dr. Saeed Abdul Rahman to come on the dais and recite few verses of the Holy Quran.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to you all. Today I recite before you a great ayah from Surah Mumtahina. It's chapter 60, verse 8 from the Holy Quran, which is very relevant for the current times we are living in. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين صدق الله العظيم. I will just translate to you and explain to you. Allah doesn't forbid you to deal justly with those who fought not or did not fight against you on account of religion, nor drove you out of your homes. Verily, Allah loves those who deal with equity. This ayah once again upholds Islam as a religion of peace, justice, and equality. It encourages the believers to deal fairly and kindly with non-believers who have not challenged or discriminated against them on the basis of religion, as is evident with the kind of cultural genocide rampant in several parts of the world today. The believer has been admonished to deal gently with fairness and equality with all human beings, regardless of their faith or race. The teaching of this great book especially serve as a very important yet gentle reminder to uphold values of humanity and equality and protect the dignity and basic civil rights of all world citizens. Thank you.
We will now request our guests to proceed to the dais. May I request first Indian Doctors Forum President Dr. Surinder Nayak to escort our chief guest, Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi, Secretary General, Kuwait Institute for Medical Specialization and Assistant Under Secretary to the dais, please. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. May I now request IDF Vice President Dr. Diwakar to kindly accompany our guest of honor, His Excellency Shri K. Jivasagar, Ambassador of India to Kuwait, to the dais. May I now request our General Secretary, Dr. Mohan Ram, and Dr. Rajendra Mishra to accompany the guest of honor, Dr. Ahmed Tuwaini Al-Anezi, President of Kuwait Medical Association, to the dais. Thank you, our guests, for gracing the occasion. May I now begin with the official program. First of all, I request our General Secretary, Dr. Mohan Ram, to deliver the welcome address. Dr. Mohan Ram.
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, sponsors, dear doctors, beloved family members, and lovely children. Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, and good evening. On behalf of Indian Doctor Forum, may I seize this opportunity to welcome you all to our spectacular 16th DOCFEST 2020. This year's theme is Archives of a Medico, the Path Trodden. Tonight, you are going to witness a spectacular display of colors that will have you mesmerized and spellbound for a day to come. This has been the result of months and weeks of practice by our own IDF member and their family. Hope you will enjoy it. Friends, total strength of Indian doctors in Kuwait is around 500. This number has been steadily gaining momentum, and Kuwait is gradually becoming a paradise for many Indian physicians and surgeons. This has been possible due to tremendous support and guidance of our Ministry of Health. With this few words, I am extremely happy to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi, Secretary General of KIMS. We are grateful to our Honorable Health Minister, His Excellency Dr. Basil Hamoud Al-Sabah, for his patronage and for deputing Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi on his behalf. The Indian Embassy is closely associated with all IDF activities, right from the community outreach work such as health camps and to solve the issues affecting Indian doctors. Its constant guidance support is a huge asset for us. We'd like to extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor, the Indian Ambassador to Kuwait, His Excellency Mr. K.G. Sagar. I would also like to further extend a wholehearted welcome to our ambassador's wife, Mrs. Lydia Srilataji, and her daughter, along with all officials from Embassy of India, Kuwait. IDF is one of the only Indian associations to enjoy an affiliation to the official government body, that is Kuwait Medical Association. This honor has been bestowed upon us since 1.5 decades by our past KMA presidents. Even today, we continue to enjoy this recognition due to the gentleness of our beloved KMA president. We are honored to welcome KMA President Dr. Ahmad Thwani Al-Eneji to our DOCFEST 2020. I would also like to welcome Dr. Ali Al-Mosawi, our KCC Director and Vice President of KMA, along with other officials from KMA. We are privileged to have a special guest, Dr. Sheikha Al-Dusari. A warm welcome to our celebration, ma'am. We are honored to welcome all other ambassadors from various countries in Kuwait. Welcome you also to our celebration. The IDF would also like to welcome all the Kuwaiti dignitaries, like from the faculty and staff from Kuwait University, hospital directors and departmental heads from various ministry hospitals, and Kuwait doctors from government and private hospitals. The health guide, what we are releasing every year to this occasion, became one of the most sought after books, even this era of internet and smartphones. This has been possible due to the expertly written articles in the most coherent and lucid fashion. This has been possible because of our sponsors. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our sponsors from the Kuwaiti and Indian community who has our backbone of all our IDF activities. You are always our strength, and we look forward to see you in the future for your support. You are all welcome to our celebration, sir. Various Indian associations work closely with the IDF on the variety of programs. We express a cordial welcome to the all office bureau from various associations who are here tonight. A warm welcome to all personnel from the electronic media and Kuwait TV who are covering today's event. Last but not the least, I would like to welcome all our IDF family and children. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. May I now request Dr. Surendra Nayak, President Indian Doctors Forum, to give the presidential address. Dr. Surendra Nayak.
Good evening. Namaskar. Salam alaikum. Respected dignitaries on the dais, chief guest of today's evening, His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi, Secretary General KIMS, guest of honor, our Ambassador, His Excellency K.G. Sagar, Dr. Ahmed Thwani Al-Eneji, President of Kuwait Medical Association. I feel honored to address this gathering of dignitaries and diplomats from different countries, our sponsors, Kuwaiti doctors, ministry officials, and my dear IDF family. On behalf of myself, my wife, Mrs. Sugna Nayak, IDF office bearers, ex-presidents, and entire IDF family, I once again extend hearty welcome and gratitude for your august presence in this DOCFEST 2020. IDF, in its glory of 16 years, had a remarkable journey of achievements, such as receiving Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award given by the Government of India in the year 2014 in recognition of its overseas community activities. Our founders and all the previous presidents have guided us in a right path, because of which we have earned lots of goodwill and respect amongst the Kuwaiti community and expat Indian community residing in Kuwait. Today, it's happy occasion, the day of DOCFEST, which we look forward every year, and I'm sure many of our Kuwaiti and Indian guests too do so, and have a great expectations of watching lots of entertainment to follow after conclusion of this official program. Without taking much of your time, I would mention in brief what is the role of IDF towards the community. The sheer number of more than 500 doctors from across India as its member itself is a great strength of IDF. Many of our doctors volunteer in the monthly community health screening camps, in health awareness lectures in the schools and in the community. We have quizzing activity for school children to create interest in medical education known as IDF Inter-School Health Quiz. More than 14 Indian schools participate in this popular contest. We conduct educational activities for continuous learning and to keep up with the recent advances by holding periodic CMEs and IDF oration. Also, we have recreational activities for the members, such as outdoor picnic and sports day. IDF holds annual Gapka during Ramadan as a token of respect to the local customs and to keep up brotherhood and strengthen Indo-Kuwait friendship through the cultural bonding. In the year 2009, we had 15 health camps. Around 30 to 50 doctors of various specialty participate in each of the health camps and render consultation. Approximately 15,000 patients are benefited annually from these health camps. Many new cases of asymptomatic diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease are detected through these screening camps and are referred for further treatment. I thank all the Indian associations for organizing these health camps and benefiting the community. Of late, Kuwait Cancer Awareness Nation is also reaching Indian community to create awareness of head and neck cancers, especially oral cancers, due to smoking and chewing pan through our IDF camps. We want to support the oral awareness campaign of Kuwait Cancer Awareness Nation. Lifestyle diseases due to modern sedentary life with the lack of physical exercise, wrong food habits, and an environment of stress is a major challenge the world is facing. It's not exception to Kuwait. Diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer, respiratory obstructive diseases are mainly due to our lifestyle. We as Association of Doctors take responsibility of educating the community through scientific awareness talks to prevent lifestyle diseases. The most latest in the healthcare news is the current outbreak and global threat of coronavirus epidemic. Unfortunately, it has reached even Middle East now. This disease due to viral infection is supposed to be more contagious than SARS virus outbreak in 2003. But the good news is it's less lethal. The early statistics so far shows death rate of only 1 to 2% when compared to the 10% death rate of SARS epidemic. This virus, common in animals, is spreading in human beings is a real threat, already claiming more than 200 deaths in China. The source of infection is claimed to be from Wuhan meat market in China. Now China, Korea, Malaysia, and Hong Kong are facing maximum corona threat. Those who travel to China must be cautious and better avoid at present. Our health guide is a popular handbook released annually. Today, our chief guest will release the 16th edition of Health Guide entitled Medical Innovations. The details of this will be briefed by Dr. Jagannath Chowdankar, the chief editor. I congratulate and thank all the contributors of the current Health Guide. Indian Embassy is always guiding us in our activities. In the year 2009, Embassy organized Medical Tourism Expo at Radisson Blu Hotel, attended by more than 20 premier hospitals from India. We IDF got opportunity to participate in this health promotion activity. Of late, India is becoming favorite destination for medical tourism with the JCI and NABH accredited premier hospitals in well-connected metro cities. Abundance of well-trained healthcare personnel like doctors, nurses, and technicians, very low cost of treatment in the entire world is attracting more patients for medical tourism towards India. The surgery rates are 1/10 compared to US and Europe. The major hospitals such as Fortis, Apollo, Manipal Hospital, Narayana Hridayalaya, to name a few, have special package with the state-of-the-art treatment, including the availability of language translators, making it very easy to anyone to go and take treatment in a homely atmosphere. An year ago, I remember His Highness, the Amir of Kuwait, chose India for medical treatment. It's a great honor for us. The video conference consultation for follow-up and team-dedicated doctors available with very economical cost for treatment such as liver, bone marrow transplantation, cardiac and neurosurgery, and stem cell transplantation are the reason for the attraction of medical tourism towards India. Our sponsor, Jahab, Kuwait, they have an office in Kuwait City who help in medical tourism to India. Our sincere thanks to KMA, our parent body, for helping us throughout. Our community activities are mainly due to the blessings and cooperation of KMA. We are grateful to President Dr. Ahmed Tuwaini Al-Enizi and KMA office bearers for all the help. In spite of his busy schedule of Arab Summit in Dubai, he has hurried back to Kuwait, cutting short his schedule to attend our event. It shows how much care he takes of IDF activities. We appreciate and acknowledge you, sir. I will be missing in my duty if I don't thank all our sponsors who made this event so grand. IDF is always grateful to you. Finally, I conclude with the quote of Mahatma Gandhi ji, the father of the nation. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. I repeat, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Long live Indo-Kuwait friendship. Jai Hind, Jai Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Surendra Nayak. We are greatly obliged to our chief guest, Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi, Secretary General, KIMS, Assistant Under Secretary, for gracing this occasion, sir. May I request, sir, to say a few words.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سعادة كي جيفا سجار سفير جمهورية الهند الصديقة لدى حكومة دولة الكويت، السيد الدكتور رئيس الجمعية الطبية الكويتية الدكتور أحمد ثويني العنزي، أصحاب السعادة السفراء، سعادة رئيس منتدى الأطباء والهنود بالكويت، الأخ والأخوات رئيس وأعضاء اللجان المنظمة للمنتدى، الأخوة والأخوات، الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسعدني أن أنقل إليكم خالص تحيات معالي وزير الصحة الموقر الشيخ الدكتور باسل حمود الصباح، وعميق الشكر وأطيب التمنيات من معاليه، وأتشرف بأن أنوب عن معاليه بتلبية دعوتكم الكريمة لحضور هذه المناسبة، ولنحتفل معا بافتتاح المنتدى السنوي 16 للأطباء الهنود بدولة الكويت، والذي يعتبر أحد العلامات المضيئة على طريق التعاون الصحي الذي نعتز به بين دولة الكويت وجمهورية الهند الصديقة، والذي يجسد على أرض الواقع عمق العلاقات التاريخية والإنسانية بين الجانبين، ويعد منطلقاً للعمل المشترك للعمل على تطويرها لما فيه مصلحة الجانبين. واسمحوا لي أن أتقدم بخالص الشكر وعميق الامتنان لكل من شارك بالفكر وبالجهد وبالدعم وبالرعاية لتنظيم المنتدى بالصورة الرائعة التي نراه عليها الآن، وأتمنى لكم جميعاً دوام التوفيق والمزيد من التقدم والازدهار للعلاقات الصحية بين الجانبين. وإن ما تتضمنه فعاليات المنتدى هذا العام من مبادرات مجتمعية وحملات توعية بأنماط الحياة الصحية والوقاية والتصدي لعوامل الخطورة يتوافق مع رؤية وبرامج وزارة الصحة ضمن برامج التطويرية بالخطة الإنمائية للدولة، انطلاقاً من الالتزام بالهدف الثالث المتعلق بالصحة ضمن الأهداف والغايات العالمية للتنمية المستدامة حتى عام 2030، والتي نلتزم بها جميعاً، كما يؤكد ذلك على أرض الواقع مفهوم المسؤولية المشتركة عن الصحة وحرصنا جميعاً على تكريس الحق في الصحة للجميع كأحد حقوق الإنسان الأساسية دون أي تمييز. كذلك فإن حسن اختيار الموضوع الرئيسي لوثيقة المنتدى المطروح للمناقشات هذا العام، وهو موضوع الابتكار في الرعاية الصحية، يكشف عن الرؤية الواعية للجان المنظمة للمؤتمر وإدراكهم المسؤول لأهمية إلقاء المزيد من الأضواء على التطوير والابتكار والاستفادة من التقنيات الحديثة، ومن بينها تقنيات الصحة الإلكترونية لمجابهة التحديات التي تواجه نظم الرعاية الصحية بجميع أنحاء العالم، وإثراء المناقشات والحوارات حول الفرص الواعدة للاستفادة من التطوير والابتكار بالرعاية الصحية لإنقاذ حياة وتحسين صحة الملايين من البشر، وتمكينهم من الحصول على الحق في الصحة وصون الأمن الصحي والتحسين المستمر لجودة الرعاية الصحية. وأنني على ثقة من أن الوثيقة العلمية للمنتدى حول الابتكار بالرعاية الصحية ستكون مرجعاً هاماً وأحد الروافد الخصبة لإطلاق وتعزيز الحوارات والمناقشات العلمية الحرة بين الباحثين والمتخصصين حول تعزيز قدرات الأنظمة الصحية ودور ومسؤولية مراكز البحوث والدراسات والباحثين والمبدعين لإعداد وصقل مهارات الكوادر البشرية اللازمة القادرة على التصدي للتحديات بالتطوير والابتكار. الأخوة والأخوات الحضور الكرام، إن ما تحقق من إنجازات مشهودة وملموسة ومتعددة في المجالات الصحية عبر مسيرة العلاقات عميقة الجذور بين الجانبين يصعب حصره على عجالة، وأنتهز هذه الفرصة لأتقدم بالأصالة عن نفسي وبالنيابة عنكم جميعاً بالتحية والعرفان لكل من سبقونا وساهموا في بناء وتعزيز العلاقات الصحية بين الجانبين في المجالات المختلفة، وعملوا معاً بتفان وإخلاص كشركاء في التنمية، وهو ما يبعث بالأمل العريض المشرق في المستقبل الواعد لنا جميعا بعون الله تعالى وتوفيقه. وسيبقى هذا المنتدى بعون الله وتوفيقه عز وجل، ثم بإرادة القائمين عليه ومنظميه، منطلقا للتعاون الإيجابي المشترك عميق الجذور بين الجانبين في المجالات الصحية المتعددة. واسمحوا لي في الختام أن أتقدم إليكم جميعا بخالص الشكر وعميق التقدير والامتنان على الحضور الكريم وحسن الاستماع، متمنيا لكم جميعا موفور الصحة والعافية، ولهذا المنتدى التنموي الهام المزيد من التوفيق والتقدم. وادعو الله عز وجل بالمزيد من العزة والتقدم لدولة الكويت تحت القيادة الرشيدة والحكيمة لحضرة صاحب السمو أمير البلاد المفدى الشيخ صباح الأحمد الجابر الصباح حفظه الله ورعاه، وسمو ولي عهده الأمين، وسمو رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظهما الله ورعاهما. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim, for your address to this occasion. May I now pledge His Excellency Shri K. Jivasagar, Honorable Ambassador of India to Kuwait. I'm kindly requesting you to come and say a few words. His Excellency K. Jivasagar.
Good evening and delighted to be here. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais and their friends, and I see at least 2 ambassadors in the audience. My dear friend, Ambassador of Bangladesh, and I saw Kyrgyz ambassador walking in. Madam, where are you? You are very welcome. Glad to see you here. Dr. Ibrahim, our chief guest, I must confess my ignorance of Arabic, so I don't really know what you said, but I'm sure you have very kind and warm words about the Indian doctors in Kuwait and India and our relationship, and we really appreciate that. And as Indian ambassador, representing the largest expatriate community in this wonderful country, I must convey at this platform through you how grateful we are for the Kuwait government, Kuwait leadership, for your friendship, for your warmth, and for the trust and confidence that you repose in our community. And we are very grateful, and we reciprocate. And Indian Doctors Forum, I can declare, I can say, that they have been playing a wonderful role in building this relationship. Thank you so much, sir. As I was proceeding to the venue in my vehicle, I attended IDF events, DOCFEST, a couple of times. I think this is my 3rd one, but my wife is participating for the first time. On the way, she asked me, are you expected to make a speech or say something? I said, yes, of course. It's a very prestigious event, and Indian Doctors Forum is a highly respected organization in Kuwait, not only among the Indian community, but among Kuwaiti friends. So I'm sure I need to make some, at least a few remarks. So it's a kind of ceremonial occasion, is it? She asked me. I said, yes, of course. Then she said, then don't make your stupid jokes. You have this bad tendency of, irrespective of the occasion, to say something thinking that it's very funny, and don't do that. And I said, but people seem to enjoy when I say, make some jokes. And she said, what can they do? You are Indian ambassador, And the front row people, you are looking at them from the stage, so they have to laugh. And even before they laugh, anyway, you start laughing for your own jokes. So, good evening, dear friends. Instead of going on a kind of, making a statement-based speech, I thought share with you a few anecdotes spanning my diplomatic career. Just maybe 4 anecdotes very quickly I share with you, which will put this evening probably in a kind of perspective. Let me start here in Kuwait. I came in 2018 at the beginning, and probably towards the end of that year or last year sometime, I received a call from a senior Kuwaiti official whom I know well, Ambassador, Excellency, I need a small favor. I said, please tell me if I can do it for you. And he asked me, can you introduce to us, me and my wife, a good Indian gynecologist? My wife is pregnant, she's carrying and to deliver the baby, and she prefers an Indian gynecologist. Our family doctor is not an Indian. The reason is, apart from the medical expertise that Indian doctors have, the kind of motherly touch that an Indian lady doctor can give, something she thinks it's delightful, that soft, gentle touch for herself as well as for the child, the to-be-born child. Before that, 2013-16, I was in Ghana, Africa. I was also accredited, means responsible for Sierra Leone, another country. I was actually visiting that country, and one soldier from that country, he salutes me, and he says this, Excellency, I'm able to stand on my 2 legs thanks to an Indian surgeon. He suffered a mine attack, and his leg was to be amputated, but an Indian surgeon, he was able to save his leg, and it was intact. He performed the surgery. 10 years before that, I was posted in Mexico. I came across a family where the girl of the family, their daughter, was named very interestingly after India, Hind, and the Mexican family name. So I was fascinated, and I asked, and they said, my wife, when she was to deliver my daughter, it was a very complicated pregnancy, and an Indian doctor saved both the mother and the child. Going back another few years, at the beginning of my diplomatic career in Tehran, in Iran, I think I shared this with in one of the events. A cab driver who takes me on my first trip to the institute where I learned Persian language, he refuses to take the fare, taxi fare from me, saying that my daughter was saved by an Indian doctor. She was suffering from a serious heart ailment, and thanks to him today, my daughter has grown up, and I have a daughter because of an Indian doctor. These 4 incidents, if you look at them, different geographical locations across the world, but there is some connectivity. You see the common thread. Common thread is an Indian doctor. Common thread is a compassionate touch. Common thread is the generational linkage, this wonderful human touch and the medical touch or the medical expertise that can build up a relationship. So as a diplomat, I felt that here is an asset of India, which I'm not saying this in a kind of diplomatic sense, but I'm saying this in a very positive, constructive sense, in fact, probably the Ministry of External Affairs, we have to have what we say economic diplomacy, we have cultural diplomacy, we have political diplomacy. We deserve and we are entitled to have what you call a medical diplomacy. Thanks to the Indian doctors, every part of the world you have spread across, spreading a message of compassion, medical expertise, and wonderful talent, connecting people everywhere. So that's the first point I thought I should mention through my own experience spanning over as a diplomat almost 3 decades. And just a few months back, that is, I think, last year, towards the end of last year, I attended a medical camp conducted by one of the associations here, but with the support of Indian Doctors Forum. Morning by, I think, around between 9 and 10, something like that, I was there. I was told 54, if I remember the number correct, Indian doctors were present at the camp from different disciplines, and they were undertaking also the pathological tests, the laboratory tests as well. And there were general physicians, there were specialists, cancer specialists, a gynecologist. You have different, they have organized it so well. But what was interesting was when I went across just to, meet some patients, I feel very hesitant, and I feel actually I don't like taking photographs with the patients. It's very awkward, and it's not human to build our identity at the pain and suffering of somebody else. So I never do that. I just wanted to speak to them and find out why they are here, how they got to know about the camp, and are they finding it useful. So in that sense, and incidentally or coincidentally, when I talked to the first patient, he was a foreigner, he was not an Indian. And I was told there are several foreign patients who were at that camp. When I was there were about 700 to 800 patients already in queues. And so systematically organized, they are giving them the number, and they are writing down the sequence of doctors they have to see depending upon their ailment, their difficulty. So very well organized. And I'm told by the evening that day, 1,200 or something like that, they were able to look at patients and diagnose and give them the further directions. So it was a wonderful effort and the profound human touch. And I thought, of course, I know IDF has been playing an excellent role in strengthening, deepening India-Kuwait relationship. But if this can be institutionalized and streamlined, you can even still play a better role. And IDF has that capacity. And you have, I would also take this opportunity to urge our Kuwaiti medical professionals, dignitaries who are present here. Kuwait is known for its compassion, its philanthropy, and they give out aid to communities. They work among refugees. Maybe they should look at IDF seriously. His Highness the Amir is the humanitarian leader, highly respected personality across the region and the world. And so much of Kuwait has a leading role in humanitarian work. And I have a feeling that IDF can become a part of this effort in terms of, translating this monetary aid into actually a compassionate human touch in a medical context. I think it can be worked out if that's possible. I leave this thought with you once again. And of course, embassy is with you in terms of, your further contribution to building our relationship, India-Kuwait. With these words, I congratulate each doctor, each one of you, your families who have been making wonderful contribution for India's prestige, the trust and confidence that India enjoys in Kuwait, and for our friendship through what you call, we think cultural diplomacy is something, dances and music alone. That's a very wrong concept. When you talk about culture, culture is based on people. Culture is based on society. Without society, without people, there is no meaning of culture. So I personally believe that Indian doctors, you are the finest of cultural diplomats, at least for our country. And I congratulate each one of you on this DOCFEST, particularly all the best to you, and thanks for having me with you this evening.
Thank you, His Excellency, for the wonderful words that you have given to us. Kuwait Medical Association is our strong support. Relation built in these years is remarkable and appreciable. KMA has always stood as parent association and supported Indian Doctors Forum. We are much obliged to Dr. Ahmad Tuwaini Alanesi, President Kuwait Medical Association, and other office bearers for their continuous support we availed. May I now request Dr. Ahmad to grace us with the kind words.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The representative of the Minister of Health, His Excellency Sheikh Dr. Basil Al-Sabah, Dr. Ibrahim Hadi, the Ambassador of India in Kuwait, His Excellency Mr. Jiva Sakar, the President of Indian Doctors Forum, Dr. Nayak, our colleagues, health professionals, doctors, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me a great pleasure to represent all doctors in Kuwait from my position as the President of Kuwait Medical Association to stand here participating and appreciating the activities of the Indian Doctors Forum, and in hand the release of IDF Health Guide 2020. Indian population represent around 20 to 25% of the whole Kuwait population, participating in many services here in Kuwait, including vital roles. All help to maintain the state of Kuwait as a developed country. Among one of the vital services where the Indian community is playing a role, with no doubt, is the health system here in Kuwait. The total number of doctors in Kuwait is around 16,000 doctors, with considerable number of the Kuwaiti doctors especially working in admin type of works. Among all doctors in Kuwait, there is at least around 800 Indian physicians who are purely clinicians dealing with patients face to face, which is the ultimate role of all the physicians and doctors, saving lives and improving the quality of health and the quality of life of the general population here in Kuwait. And definitely, multiples of this number and other health professionals like nurses, medical engineers, and others, which all reflect not only the quantity of the service, the quantity, but also the quality of the services they provide. Because Indians are well known to have the highest tolerance at work in Kuwait, and also have the least conflicts among themselves here in Kuwait. Probably that because of the old and ancient relationship between Kuwait and India, and probably it goes to similar backgrounds, especially the cultural backgrounds. And as we always say in the Kuwait Medical Association, as a Kuwaiti doctor, like many other Kuwaitis, have many special links with Indian community, friends, colleagues, teachers, doctors taking care of us and taking care of our families. And this is a minor example seen in all other types of services where Indians play an important role in Kuwait. President of Indian Doctors Forum and all the members and contributors of that forum, it gives me a great pleasure to thank you for releasing the IDF Health Guide 2020. It's only one touch that reflects your support and care in improving medical education here in Kuwait. And I am sure it will be of a great value. Well done, and thank you very much.
Now we proceed to the next segment, which is release of our annual health guide. This year, the title is Medical Innovations. Without taking much time, I invite the chief editor, Dr. Jagannath, and co-editors, Dr. Menon and Dr. Gautam Hebar, to please come to the dais.
Thank you, Dr. Madhu. Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, and good evening once again. Honorable chief guest, guest of honors, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear friends. At the outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Executive Committee of Indian Doctors Forum, spearheaded by the President, Dr. Surendra Naik, for bestowing faith in me and the ensuing responsibility of undertaking the task of drafting and preparing the health guide under the title of Medical Innovations. I have indeed put in my best effort, and I hope I live up to your expectations. I would also like to further thank my co-editors, Professor P.S.N. Menon, consultant pediatrician at the Armed Forces Hospital, and Dr. Gautam Hebar, epidemiologist at the Infectious Disease Directorate, who have provided me with their unstinted support and has been very generous in helping me construct this health guide. I definitely would like to say, had it not been for both of them, this dream would have not translated into reality. Last but not the least, I would like to thank each and every doctor who has contributed his invaluable time with his expert articles in contributing the making of this health guide. William James Mayo once said, "The aim of a physician is to treat illness and prolong life. But the actual ideal of a physician is to eliminate the need of a physician." So as you know, we still have a long way to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, we all live in a world which is constantly changing, with new changes happening every month. And medicine is a field which is fast evolving, with new discoveries taking place every day, every hour, and every minute. With these technologies progressing with such breakneck speed, definitely we see a future wherein different diseases will have various options for treating. What was new yesterday is becoming old today, and what is advanced today is fast becoming outdated tomorrow. Untreatable diseases of yesterday are soon becoming treatable, curable, and I think soon they will even be preventable with the form of some kind of vaccine or genetic editing. The purpose of this health guide is to highlight to the general public the various new innovations that have taken place in the field of medicine, and expect the reader to get to know about this and have an insight that a lot of new treatments have come out in the future now. Some of the innovations that have been described in this book are probably even available in Kuwait, and some of them in the Gulf region. But definitely most of these are soon to see the light of the day. Through this book, we wish to convey a synopsis of the latest therapies and treatments that are now available for the various diseases that are available all around. The articles have been written in very fine, simple English and comprehensible manner so that the reader understands the gist of the entire article. Every attempt has been made to make it as simple and as understandable as possible. I hope the readers get a good introduction to all these various conditions and get to know that the future definitely indeed is promising. A lot of work is going on into finding new modalities of treatments. Nevertheless, I would also like to request the reader to do his own research and, last but not the least, consult his physician for professional advice. Today, as I stand before you, there are about 30,000 diseases available and known to mankind, out of which 75% has no treatment whatsoever. Moreover, we are slowly having an aging population, which leads to the introduction of various new chronic diseases, thus posing a challenge to the physician to work hard and try to find a solution to all these various diseases that are coming up. In order to achieve this goal, doctors are working time and around the clock with hands in hands with scientists and various researchers to find some kind of a solution to these various diseases. And this search continues day in and day out. These technological advances in medicine have touched the lives of countless men, women, and children, nationally, internationally, and locally. And thus today, billions of men, women, and children are living today because of these life-saving, life-altering, and life-sustaining treatments that have been made available due to extensive research being conducted in one part or another part of the world. From where I stand, I see a very big change in the future medical treatments, and we are at the cusp of that change right now, because we do have a much better understanding of the biological medicine behind various diseases. Today, we have new forms of therapy in the form of immunotherapy, nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, robotics, and many more, which I feel will revolutionize the future scenario of medical treatment. I imagine a future wherein health will be taken for granted, illness will be an exception, hereditary diseases in children will probably be treated much before the child is born, and no disease will ever be a death sentence. To sum it up, I feel the future is going to be an era wherein the humans will probably be treated by machines, and it is only going to be these machines which will be treated by humans. To end it up on a small poetic note, I would like to tell you all, the era for living 100 years is gone. For the child who will live for 200 years is already born. To witness this child, neither long you will have to wait, neither you are too late. For all that you know, who knows, he or she might be amongst us here in Kuwait. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Jagannath, for the detailed introduction of our IDF Health Guide 2020. May I now request our guests to come forward for the release of the Health Guide, and may I request my colleagues to assist for that. May I kindly request all the office bearers to join for the same. Thank you very much. Request the guests to be seated, please. Our country, India, is blessed with a rich culture. Atithi Devo Bhava, which translates a spiritual dynamic relationship in the host and the guest. It's a tradition to offer satkar, means honor or felicitation to the guest, especially on the good occasions like today. Some of his expressions are including the wrapping the shawl around the shoulder of the guest and offering the garlanding. It basically exhibits the divine bhav or feelings enriched with the chaitanya or action in performing these rituals. May I now request Dr. Naik and Dr. Mohan to honor our chief guest, Dr. Ibrahim Abdulhadi, Secretary General of KIMS. May I now request Dr. Diwakar and Dr. Mishra to come forward for honoring His Excellency Sri K. Jivasagar, Ambassador of India to Kuwait. Thank you, His Excellency, for accepting this honor. May I now request Dr. Naik and Dr. Mohan to come forward to honor Dr. Ahmad Tuaini Alanizi, Kuwait Medical Association President. Thank you, sir, for accepting this Atithi Satkar. And I request now Dr. Diwakar, the Vice President of Indian Doctors Forum, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Madhu. Good evening, everybody. Namaste and Salam Alaikum. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege today to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of Indian Doctor Forums, Kuwait, on this beautiful day of DOCFEST 2020. First of all, I'd like to start my vote of thanks by expressing my sincere gratitude to His Highness, the Amir of State of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmad Al Jaber Al Sabah. Thank you, sir. I thank our beloved Indian Ambassador to Kuwait, His Excellency Sri K. Jivasagar ji, for accepting our invitation to grace today's event, DOCFEST 2020. It's a great honor for us, sir. I thank His Excellency Dr. Basil Hamoud Al Hamad Al Sabah, Honorable Health Minister of Kuwait, in his absence. I thank today's chief guest, Dr. Ibrahim Al-Hadi, Secretary General, KIMS. My special thanks to the friend of Indian Doctor Forum, President of Kuwait Medical Association, Dr. Ahmad Al-Tuwaini Al-Anzi, for his continued support and guidance providing to the IDF. My thanks to all the dignitaries, eminent Kuwaiti and Indian guests for sparing their time to be with us today to make our event brightful and colorful. On behalf of Indian Doctor Forum, I thank all the sponsors of today's event. Dear friends, without the generous support of sponsors, it is impossible to conduct a mega event like this. I thank representatives of all the Indian associations and media persons. I would like to thank all the participants of today's cultural program, choreographers. They have worked very hard every day with continuous practices in spite of their education stress. And I like to extend my thanks to all the coordinators of the dance events and other programs, and the costume designers, prop suppliers, makeup men, and all the people who are working hard behind the scene. My thanks to our support team of Regency Hotel, Sound and Light and Technical team, Oscar Media Productions, and Tally Events Management Group. Last but not the least, my special thanks to all IDF members and their families. They have come here in large numbers to make this event a grand success. Dear friends, now sit back and enjoy the rest of the cultural show, and thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Kuwait.
Thank you, Dr. Divakar. And that ends with the first segment of today's program. May I request of our office bearers to escort our guests to the hall for the seating, please? Without taking much time, I will hand over now the mic to our Cultural Secretary, Dr. Anthony Sebastian de Cruz, and his team, who has worked very hard to deliver today's cultural show that you will see.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Respected dignitaries, on and off the dais, our guest, dear IDF members, I am Dr. Anthony Sebastian de Cruz, the Cultural Secretary of this great organization. I hereby invite you all for the grand premiere show, The Archives of a Medico, The Path Trodden, DOCFEST 2020. So let me begin by thanking Almighty God for all His blessings He has showered upon us all these months during the process of making this movie. For the first time in IDF DOCFEST, the cultural team presents to you this cultural show in the form of a cinema. I would like to thank Dr. Surendra Nayak, the President of IDF, Dr. Nakib, my co-cultural secretary, and all other OBs who has extended their unconditional support during this period. This movie would not have been possible without our cameraman, Mr. Shankar Das, and we were lucky to get him. He is the award-winning cameraman, both at national and state level, for his video ad for Indian Railways and Kerala Police, respectively. Thank you, Shankar. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Sherin for his enormous support in coordinating this audiovisual group, and also thank the entire Oscar Media production team. Thanks to Mr. Alex, the Tag Events, and his hard-working team for the LED light and sound. This time, we have two young choreographers, Mrs. Vinitha Pradesh, running Srishti School of Dance in Salmia. She has done a marvelous job in reggae, and she has extended her help beyond the call of duty. She also trained the participants in the finale. Thank you, Mrs. Vinitha. A big salute to Mrs. Jilani, who did the choreography with our mighty Salmia group. I also thank my coordinators, Mrs. Shahid Khan Patan, Dr. Harshida, and Mrs. Manju Mohan. I will also thank the entire participants in this event for their effort and time. Last but not the least, I thank each and everyone who gathered here today. With this word, I invite you all to sit and enjoy the trailer of the film which we have made and which was officially released on January 16. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Even before a baby starts walking, 99% of Indian parents decide that their child will be either a doctor or an engineer. But very few know the story behind the making of a doctor. This is one such story.
Then it must be one.
Just one more time.
Yes, once more, let's go back in time to those glorious MBBS days of our life. A turning back to those memorable days that transformed us into the doctors we are now. An exclusive look into the various unique experiences we had. A glimpse of our ups and downs.
First wicket down.
The chemistry of life and death, the trials and tribulations.
Tell me the muscle attachment of this bone.
The chills down our spines. The learning curves. The heights of happiness. I'm always late. The mistakes we made. Though we had a lot of courses to pick up,
no, you have to pick one.
We chose to become doctors.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to the cultural segment of today's evening. This being the life of a doctor, I'm sure all of you will connect with something what will be shown today. So please fasten your seat belts as we take you on a challenging, exciting, yet entertaining journey of a doctor. Welcome. I now invite the brain behind this show, Dr. Anila Albert, who will give you a brief introduction in today's show. Dr. Anila.
Distinguished guests, dignitaries, office bearers, and dear friends, a very good evening to all of you. Our theme this year is a journey down the memory lane through our MBBS days, which most of us gathered here can relate to. But in order to portray this, we couldn't rely on the conventional skits and dramas, as it would be time-consuming to set the stage and too dramatic. So the only way to capture subtle expressions, capture humor, and emotions was by displaying pre-recorded visuals on a screen like this. That is how we decided we would experiment this novel venture of movie making, which is done for the first time in IDF DOCFEST program. So we proved that doctors not only hold stethoscopes and write prescriptions, but can write screenplays too. Once the script and screenplay was done, we decided on the location of the shoot. We fixed the dates of our busy doctors come actors. All the visuals you are going to see in the screen today were written, enacted, dubbed, and directed by the cultural team of IDF. Once the shot was over, we began working on the post-production. Little did we know that this was an enormous task, sitting with the audio-visual team countless times, editing, mixing, and adding background music in order to display the scenes in a presentable form. With the technical support of Oscar Media, and especially Shankar, we believe we have done justice and have tried our level best to do it in a professional way. So the work behind this 1 hour of reel show made us realize the tremendous effort of the people behind the big budget movies of Hollywood and Bollywood. But sadly, only the hero and the heroine comes into the picture. But in reality, the people behind the scenes are the real heroes.
So now, we present to you the making of Archives of a Medico as a tribute to all behind and in front of the camera.
जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल सीटी बजा के बोल जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल नहीं वो मुर्गी क्या जाने अंडे का क्या होगा
Okay, rolling. Action. Take one.
कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज
कंफ्यूजन ही कंफ्यूजन है सॉल्यूशन कुछ पता नहीं सॉल्यूशन जो मिला तो सारा क्वेश्चन क्या था पता नहीं
दिल जो तेरा बात बात पे घबराए दिल पे रख के हाथ उसे तू फुसला ले दिल इडियट है प्यार से उसको समझा ले होठ घुमाओ सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज तो होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन
Now we have the lighting of the lamp ceremony. May I invite Sheikha Dusari, Dr. Amal Khudar, Dr. Garisa, Dr. Salwa to come on to the dais. I also invite Dr. Saroj Grover, Dr. Madhu Gupta, Dr. Sushovana, Mrs. Sugana Nayak, Mrs. Hema Malini Divakar, and Mrs. Manju Mohan to accompany them respectively.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्
Movies need not be action thrillers or horror-filled. It simply needs to capture the hearts of the audience.
Blockbusters don't exist.
They are created by the people who watch. So I cordially invite you all gathered here to enjoy the grand premiere release of Archives of a Medico, The Path Trodden. So grab a popcorn, get your tickets ready before it's houseful. Till then, this is Dr. Anila Albert signing off. Good night.
Better late than never. Yes, though a little late, the most awaited day in my life has finally arrived. Yes, I'm getting married tomorrow. By the way, I'm Riya. I belong to the beautiful state of Kerala, known as God's own country. Tonight, I'm getting ready for the wedding eve ceremony. We Keralite Christians popularly call it as the Madhuram Veppa, which is basically a ritual where the relatives offer sweets and blessings to the bride and groom the night before the wedding day. The guests have almost arrived. I must go now. My mom is calling me down as the Margam Gali is about to begin. Now, Margam Gali is an ancient Indian round dance of the Christians of Kerala, which narrates the life and work of St. Thomas. The dancers sing and dance around a lamp which is called the Nilavalakku.
മേൽത്തോന്നും മേനിയും തേதை പിടിത്തതണ്ടും കൈയും നെയ്യും എന്നേക്കും വാഴ്കവേ തേதை വാഴ്ക വാഴ്ക നമ്മുടെ പരീക്ഷയെല്ലാം ഭൂമിമേൽ തേதை വഴിപ്പുറായി നടക്ക വേണ്ടി വന്നവരോ നാമെല്ലാം തേதை അഴിവുകാലം വന്നടുത്തു അലയുന്ന വിശ്വമിടങ്കയിലായവനൊരുവൻ വിധിയുടെ അലജൻ തിരുമുൻപാകെ തക്കിടകിടതക തക്കിടകിടതക തക്കിടകിടതകതീ തകര തകര തകരാതി തിക്കിടകിടതക തിക്കിടകിടതക തിക്കിടകിടതകതീ തികര തികര തികരാതി തിക്കിടകിടതകതീ തികരാതി തിക്കിടകിടതകതീ തികരാതി തിക്കിടകിടതക തിക്കിടകിടതക തക്കിട്ടാദ സിട്ടാദികിട ദൈദൈദൈ ചിന്തച്ചാകിട തക്കിടകിടതകതീ വിശ്വമിടങ്കയിലായവനൊരുവൻ വിധിയുടെ അരജൻ തിരുമുൻപാകെ വിധി പോലെ വാദാകൃതിത്താതിത്താതിത്താതിത്തേ
മാർത്തോവൻ പുകളേറിടുന്നി മോദമോടെ വാഴ്ത്തിടുന്നി മാർത്തോവൻ പുകളേറിടുന്നി മോദമോടെ വാഴ്ത്തിടുന്നി പാരിനായകനായവനെന്നും ദോഷമകറ്റുന്നതും ചെയ്യുന്നി വാഴ്വിലാകെ മംഗളമരുളിതുപോലെ നല്ല ജനങ്ങളിലാകെ ഭാരം ചേർന്നിടുന്നി ഇന്ദേദിത്താദിത്താദമൃതത്തെ ഇന്ദേദിത്താദിത്താദമൃതത്തെ ഇന്ദേദിത്താദിത്താദമൃതത്തെ
The saying, man proposes but God disposes, was literally true in my case. My man was supposed to propose me 15 years back, but somehow that didn't happen. God had his plans differently set for us. Tonight, when most of my college mates are busy with their children, tucking them to bed and planning their next day schedule, here I am, getting ready with butterflies in my stomach to set on to a new journey with Rahul. So finally, Riya weds Rahul. I met my man Rahul 20 years back when we joined for MBBS in that sprawling campus of IDF Medical College in India.
Rahul, I hate girls.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm always late.
It's okay, Senorita. बड़े-बड़े मेडिकल कॉलेजेस में छोटी-छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं. Rahul.
Riya. Getting an admission for MBBS was a dream come true for me. Born and brought up in Kuwait under the shelter of my parents, going to study in India was a big challenge. I terribly missed my mother, and I used to be suffocated with homesickness in those initial days in the dormitory of Our Lady's hostel. The scenario in the men's hostel was entirely different from the ladies' hostel. My hero had landed on a sunny morning in front of his hostel. Oh, sorry, not this handsome gentleman. This is his father, my future father-in-law.
Cooling?
Arey yaar, the one whom you call the coolie is a super senior.
Arey yaar, what to do now?
I don't know.
अबे साले कूली, हाँ कूली थे।
मेडिकल सैल्यूट सर। चालू रखो। सैल्यूट सर।
450, 460, 465, 480.
How much is the length?
460. Sorry sir, I forgot.
Start again. 96, 97, 98, 99. How much is the count? 100, sir. Way to go, way to go. 102, 103.
Senior ta.
All this warm welcome by the seniors through the so-called ragging came to an end by our Freshers' Day, when we performed a dance on stage. After the Freshers' Day, those very seniors who ragged us turned out to be our best buddies.
अरे क्या बकवास डांस कर रहे हैं तुम लोग? चल भाई लोग से सीख.
Hey, hello. You call this dance? Watch how the seniors dance.
Everybody dance with Papa, Papa. Everybody dance with Mama. Everybody dance with Mama. Everybody dance with Papa. गाके धूम मचा के सारी रात जगा के यारों शोर मचा के कुक 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 1 2 3 4 हम सारे मस्ती के चोर 1 2 3 4 हम सारे मस्ती के चोर. Everybody dance with Papa, Papa. Everybody dance with Mama.
We never knew that in the path of becoming a doctor to examine patients, we would have to survive the first year. The year we were drenched in formalin and urine, coloring books with the so-called hematoxin and eosin pencils, and mugging up pages and pages of Snell, Guyton and Harper without ever going near a single patient.
Today is the first day of dissection. Oh my God, I'm so scared, so nervous. How will it be?
Don't worry, my father is a doctor. He's the president of IDF.
Really?
Really. He told me on the very first day, we have to start dissecting cadavers.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. What's this dissection? It's nothing at all. Don't worry. Mahuna.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today we are going to start dissection. For that, I want absolute silence here. Today we are going to have dissection of pectoral region and the axilla. For that, we will give a midline incision from the suprasternal notch to the xiphoid process. First wicket down. Just a vasovagal attack.
While more wickets kept on falling down in the anatomy dissection hall, we moved on to the biochemistry lab to learn more about the chemistry of life.
Good morning, students. Today you will be doing Benedict's test to check urine sugar. The urine sample is kept there. What's going on here? That's why I say you must learn and come.
While various chemical reactions were going on here and there, a special chemistry began to develop between me and Rahul on that day in that biochemistry lab. After all those monotonous, dull months of tearing cadavers and stooping over microscopes, life became colorful with the onset of the prestigious Intermedico's arts competition, where we competed in various cultural programs against different medical colleges of India. That cultural event was an unforgettable moment in my life, where I danced to my heart and our medical college brought home the ever-rolling champions trophy. Our entire batch got to know each other through the first year picnic. It was the turning point in my life. Apart from loads of masti and fun, something else was happening to me. On the last day of picnic, as we said goodbyes to each other, I came to the realization that slowly Rahul was becoming a part of my life.
न जाने मेरे दिल को क्या हो गया अभी तो यही था भी खो गया
हो गया है तुझको तो प्यार सजना लाख कर ले तू इनकार सजना दिलदार सजना है ये प्यार सजना
The dates of the first year university exams were announced. The news came like a bolt out of the blue after all that enjoyment. In front of every Viva exam hall, there are 3 groups of people. The first group, those who have studied everything.
I didn't study anything. I forgot everything.
Even I don't know, yaar, what is going to happen with me.
Last 2 pages of Snell I didn't do. Oh my god.
The second group, like us, those who have studied something but don't remember anything. And the third group, those who have not studied anything at all.
Chill, man. Don't take tension.
One trip to Kullu Manali after the exams and we all will be fine. Hey, buddy.
Chai, sir. Namaste, sir. Namaste, madam.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Tell me the muscle attachment of this bone.
I beg your pardon, sir.
I'm asking you the muscle attachment of this bone.
How many times I told you not to blood the blunders? Who is the next? Come.
Pick any bone which you have studied well.
Yes.
Okay, keep it aside. Now hold this bone in anatomical position. Is it fitting there?
No, sir.
Is it a bone of human body?
Like this, sir.
Tell me the branches of brachial plexus.
Where is the biceps insertion?
Name the carpal bones.
I don't know, sir.
Can you tell me the course of phrenic nerve?
I don't know, sir.
Do you know your name?
I don't know, sir. Sorry, I'm Satish.
Hurry, what happened?
Yeah, which is that bone, yeah? He was asking me, the one with the hooked end. Which is that?
Allah, Baba, Allah.
The exam storms raged on and on. Most of us managed to survive somehow. Finally, spring came. Our first year holidays began. I was very excited to meet my parents and siblings in Kuwait. I had been eagerly waiting for these holidays since I joined college. But that day, as Rahul came to drop me in the airport, somehow, deep inside my heart, I wished that my holidays would get over soon.
राहुल, अगर ये तुझे प्यार करती है तो ये पलट के देखेगी।
पलट पलट।
After the holidays, we all were excited and too thrilled to enter into the clinical postings. It began with the Valentine's Day celebration in the college auditorium.
एक लड़की थी दीवानी सी, एक लड़के पे वो मरती थी। जब भी मिलती थी मुझसे पूछा करती थी, प्यार कैसे होता है, ये प्यार कैसे होता है। और मैं सिर्फ यही कह पाता था,
आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद, दीदार उनका होता है। कैसे कहूँ मैं ओ यारा, ये प्यार कैसे होता है। कैसे होता है।
नौजवानों बात मानो, कभी किसी से न प्यार करना। नौजवानों बात मानो, कभी किसी से न प्यार करना।
खुशी प्यार जिसने पाया है वही दिल फूल जैसा खेला।
प्यार गलती है, प्यार धोखा है, प्यार ढलती छाया है, देखो फिर ना करना गिला।
ओ प्यार जिंदगी प्यार हर खुशी प्यार जिसने पाया है वही दिल फूल जैसा खेला।
प्यार गलती है, प्यार धोखा है, प्यार ढलती छाया है, देखो
Our clinical postings began in various departments of the hospital. Finally, we got to interact with and touch human lives. We had lots of unique experiences and moments of which the medicine posting can never be forgotten.
Come on, elicit the knee jerk. I did not ask you to elicit the cremastic reflex. Did you ask the consent of the patient?
Can I?
Enough. Come, final years. Come on, you elicit now.
Sir, can I make the patient sit? Can you sit?
हाय तुम्हारे तो गुटलियों पर लात पड़ गई. What's so funny to laugh?
Sir, I hate his scrotums.
Oh, scrotums? What is the plural of scrotum? Scrotums? Scrota? Or scroti?
Scrota.
You are sure?
No, scroti, sir, scroti.
Okay. Let us ask these gentlemen. How many scrotum you have?
1, sir.
1? What about you?
1.
What about you?
1.
What about you?
1, sir.
Then it must be 1.
I'll agree with the majority.
Throughout our second year, third year and final year, we were vigorously trained in all the departments of the hospital. We had to tackle all sorts of heads of departments, patients and bystanders.
My future is in your hands. Please try to understand my situation. Only you can help me. Just one more time.
लुक छिप जाओ ना, लुक छिप जाओ ना, ऐसे छुप मुझे सताओ ना, ऐसे छुप मुझे सताओ ना। ओ मेरे नन्हे मुन्ने प्यारे प्यारे राजा, ओ मेरे नन्हे मुन्ने प्यारे प्यारे राजा, आओ मेरे गले लग जाओ ना, अले आओ ना। लुक छिप जाओ ना, रे आओ ना।
Day by day, we got closer and closer to the sweet, innocent little children in the pediatrics ward. We will never forget how they smiled as they danced for the Children's Day celebration, which was organized by us.
చకరక చీచాచో చకలోరం గండో వండో లకరకటం అక్కో టక్కో ఇడిగిడి గిడిగో ఇడిపాయ్ విడిపాయ్ చికిచకచో గిలిగిలి మల్ సులుసులు మల్ మకనక హుకుబుకురే టుకుబుకురే చకలక బిక్కో చిక్కో సిలి సిలి సిలిగో బగడదుం చగడదుం చికిచకచో. देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है, चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई। हे देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है, चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई। बारिश है या आसमान ने छोड़ दिए हैं नल खुले कहीं। हो हम जैसे देखे ये जहां है वैसा ही, जैसी नजर अपनी खुल के सोचे आओ, पंख जरा फैलाओ, रंग नए बिखराओ, चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले। मा पासा बम 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 बोले बम चिक बोले और मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे ऐसी रंगों भरी अपनी दुनिया है क्यों सोचो ना प्यार से चुन के इन रंगों को किसी ने सजाया ये संसार है जो इतनी सुंदर है अपनी दुनिया ऊपर वाला क्या कोई कलाकार है खुद से सोचे आओ पंख जरा फैलाओ रंग नए बिखराओ चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे मेरे इशारे पे तो दिन दिन नाचा जो ट्विटर पे ट्रेंड हो गया नासिक के ढोल पे धन 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 नाचा तो सबका दी एंड हो गया मेरे इशारे पे तो दिन दिन नाचा जो ट्विटर पे ट्रेंड हो गया नासिक के ढोल पे धन 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 नाचा तो सबका दी एंड हो गया सारी दुनिया में एक ही फेमस है मुंबई हो या और दिखा तू तुझे मेरा वाला डांस ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू ये है मेरा वाला डांस एक तेरे खातिर ही दिल ये possessive है मैं तेरे पीछे पड़ा असर तेरा massive है एक तेरे खातिर ही दिल ये possessive है मैं तेरे पीछे पड़ा असर तेरा massive है
मैंने लाखों को लॉक करके ही तुझको दिया है आ दिखा दे मुझे तेरा वाला डांस देखूं तो मैं कैसा है ये तेरा वाला डांस तो नाचूं
ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू ये है मेरा वाला डांस
All these fun-filled clinical postings came to an end. The final year exams, the most dreaded of all, began. All of us suddenly became serious and started dwelling in our books. The practical exams were the most pathetic. Our sleep-deprived brains had nothing to offer to the examiners.
Give this stuff, yeah. Just 1 minute. I'll give it to you. Yaar.
You should have come early today, no?
My plan was perfect. You know what happened? Come on, Rahul. You can do it. 15 chapters. Now 5 o'clock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As per my calculation, I had 2 hours extra. So I thought I'll take a small break. The only problem was that the break lasted till today morning.
What happened, yaar?
Nothing here. I think she missed one answer.
Pick one.
No, thank you, ma'am.
No, you have to pick one.
You don't have to pick the biscuit. Pick the instrument.
Comment on the X-ray.
It is a good quality X-ray. The exposure is good. The background is good.
He is not asking you about the quality of the X-ray. Explain to him what you see on the X-ray.
Sir, I see heart, lungs, bones.
Okay, show me the artery knuckle.
Knuckle. God help me.
How was it, yeah? How was it?
Ma'am asked me the course of the facial nerve. I described the entire course from the superior salivary nucleus and the nucleus structus solitarius. After elaborating the labyrinthine, tympanic, mastoid, and extratemporal segments, she was amazed. You know what? I forgot to mention the fibers that go to the pterygopalatine ganglion.
After the final year exam, the most awaited holidays came. We all happily went off to our homes. Whereas one friend of ours, who used to always boast of his dad being the president of the Indian Doctors Forum in Kuwait, went for a destination trip to Africa.
African tribe we sing.
On his return from the trip, as usually described the sandy beaches and the beautiful girls. But he didn't tell us about his narrow escape from those tribals by using the trump card of IDF. Finally, the results were out. The most glorified and unforgettable phase of the internship or house agency began.
बड़ी 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 रात बड़ी साहोरे बाहुबली.
We ended up being blood-sucking vampires, improving our handwriting by writing tons of discharge summaries and attending to millions of calls throughout the night, soothing the patients with our rantacs and orphans.
बड़ी 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 रात बड़ी साहोरे बाहुबली के हारदनी के पट्टाली पट्टाली तुगना रंगी जय कोटाली गगनाले छत्र पट्टाली है समुद्र सा है सलभद्र समुद्र सा है समुद्र सा है सलभद्र समुद्र सा है समुद्र सा है सलभद्र समुद्र सा है समुद्र सा है सलभद्र समुद्र सा. जय जयकारा स्वामी देना साथ हमारा.
Oh my god, all these patients, they're all waiting for us. And that too, we have IV Canada for all of them. How do we do this before the HOD comes for the rounds?
राजकुमारी नाद्वे मणिबंधम बहिर्मुखम.
At the end of those 365 days of internship, finally we stood with our heads held high on our grand convocation day, taking the Hippocratic oath. We understood why this profession was referred to as the noble one. The most valuable lessons of life were learnt in that 1 year of house surgency. The close interactions with the underprivileged, ailing group of people made us realize the value of health. We prayed silently when we witnessed God's hands when patients were miraculously revived. We fought back tears when we certified the death of patients in our wards. Those small gestures of gratitude from patients has motivated us to hold on to this profession, whatever challenges be, in the form of risking our own health, leaving all our personal and family problems aside to attend to our patient's call, even in the middle of the night. I never knew that this photo would be the last picture of Rahul and me together. Years flew so fast that Rahul didn't even have the time to propose me. On our convocation, though he made an effort to introduce me to his parents, my Orthodox Christian parents could never digest the idea of marrying me to a Punjabi guy. So we both parted without saying a word to each other, with no clue of how or when we would meet again. I returned back to my second home, Kuwait, focusing on my career to keep myself busy so that memories of Rahul wouldn't choke me. I joined the IDF here, the common platform for the Indian doctors in Kuwait. I attended the picnics, health camps and cultural programs, which was a big relief to my boredom. Thanks to Mark Zuckerberg, Rahul traced me through Facebook after long 15 years. Once he landed in Kuwait, he contacted the membership secretary Dr. Shahid in the hope of catching up with me. One such picnic conducted by IDF changed my life forever. As we returned from the picnic that day, Rahul invited me into his life by extending his hand to me for the second time.
I'm sorry, yaar. As usual, I'm always late.
इट्स ओके सेनोरिटा, बड़े बड़े मेडिकल कॉलेजेस में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है.
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम, प्यार होता है दीवाना सनम.
Oh no, I lost track of time narrating my story. I have to get ready now. The wedding procession is about to begin. I invite you all here for this function, held in God's own country, and to witness the rich cultural diversity of Kerala.
शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदां शरम् माङ्गल्यं तन्तुनानेन मम जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे बध्नामि शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदां शरम्
സഖ്യസാനുശ്രുതി ചേർത്തു വെച്ച മണിവീണയാണെന്റെ കേരളം. നീലസാഗരമതിന്റെ തന്ത്രിയിലുണർത്തിടുന്നു സ്വരസാന്ത്വനം. സഖ്യസാനുശ്രുതി ചേർത്തു വച്ച മണിവീണയാണെന്റെ കേരളം. നീലസാഗരമതിന്റെ തന്ത്രിയിലുണർത്തിടുന്നു സ്വരസാന്ത്വനം. ഇളകിയാടുന്ന ഹരിതമേഖലയിൽ അലയിടുന്ന കളനിസ്വനം. ഓ നിസ്വനം, കളനിസ്വനം.
നല്ല മാരസ്യ ലീലകൾ ചെയ്വതിനും
is not only the story of me and Rahul, but the story of every beautiful couple who have gathered here today. So till then, this is Ria,
Rahul,
signing off. Good night.
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे हाँ ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे
दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे
अरे रह जाएंगे घर वाले देखते रह जाएंगे अरे ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे मेहंदी लगा के रखना डोली सजा के रखना मेहंदी लगा के रखना डोली सजा के रखना लेने तुझे ओ गोरी आएंगे तेरे सजना
मेहंदी लगा के रखना डोली सजा के रखना ओहो ओहो
सेहरा सजा के रखना चेहरा छुपा के रखना सेहरा सजा के रखना चेहरा छुपा के रखना ये दिल की बात अपने दिल में दबा के रखना
सेहरा सजा के रखना चेहरा छुपा के रखना
मेहंदी लगा के रखना डोली सजा के रखना
उड़ के तेरी जुल्फें करती है क्या इशारे दिल थाम के खड़े हैं आशिक सभी गवारे
छुप जाए सारी कुड़ियाँ घर में शर्म के मारे गाँव में आ गए हैं पागल शहर के सारे
തുടക്കം മാംഗല്യം തന്തുനാനേന പിന്നെ ജീവിതം തുന്തനാനേന